What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Kyle Special. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Clouds by Shinobi, and welcome back to a brand new reaction. Today we are reacting to Demon Slayer Season 3 Episode 3. Now, Episode 2 just dropped on my channel, bro. Y'all already, so if you watched that, you already know what happened with Episode 1. Episode 1, I tried recording it, files got corrupted, this, that, and the third. I ain't got the reaction. Alright, so boom. But I'm going to continue reacting to the season from episode 2 and forward. Hopefully nothing else gets corrupted and we're able to, like, you know what I'm saying, continue. You feel me? So yeah, about that. That's that. What happened in the last episode? Tanjiro and the little swordsmith, I don't know, is he a sword? He is a swordsmith, right? But he like works on a robot specifically and not actual swords, I don't think. Maybe he does both. But his family is known for taking care of the Orochi, I think it was called Orochi Type 0 robot. And that robot was modeled after a demon slayer from 300 years ago during the what was it? I think it was the Son Goku period, I think they called it, or something like that. And basically the robot has 6 arms simply because the way that the original person moved when he fought, the robot needed 6 arms in order to mimic those movements. Like, that's how quick and efficient he was with his attacks and defense, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that even a robot wouldn't be able to keep up with human movements. So that just kind of shows you how fast and swift he was with what he did, right? We also learned, but I don't think necessarily Tanjiro learned that the Orochi is his ancestor. It's pretty obvious in our case. I think Tanjiro is just kind of being humble about it and not trying to consider himself related to someone of that caliber, right? So and we know Tanjiro is a very humble person, so you know, it's really not out of his character to not expect himself to be related to someone like that, right? But it's pretty obvious if you know anything. But anyway, while he was training with the robot, he ended up figuring out the little swordsmith boy told Tanjiro that instead of actually dodging as like by feeling his opponent's attacks, he just dodges out of not even reflex, but just out of learning, I guess. Like, he just learned how to dodge, so that's just what he does, right? But he doesn't necessarily do it like out of waiting and anticipating his enemy's movements. So during the last episode, Tanjiro ended up learning by learning how to dodge by picking up a new scent, which is kind of like a stone underwater or something like that. And you like same thing where he does with the final strike when he's about to take someone's demon's head off. In the opening thread, instead it's a stone that he, you know, sees or smells in this case, and he basically picks that stone up and he's able to see the read the enemy's movements. And I kind of like that implementation, like, of Tanjiro's scent being so strong. He's able to sense like how to dodge. Like, it's so weird that his sense of smell is that strong that he can pick up on a scent like that, you know. But it's a very unique take on a character's abilities or powers and stuff like that, and them being able to do things, right? So Tanjiro, I didn't think that this was going to be a continuous thing. I thought the opening thread would have been like the, you know, standard for that, and he would just learn everything else along the way. But it seems like they're going to be implementing the scent thing into his combat more and more, like, as he grows, which would be completely awesome and absolutely fire in my opinion. But yeah, so he ended up, while he was practicing with the robot, he ended up dodging, and he ended up striking the robot and breaking its face. Underneath the robot was a 300-year-old Nichiren sword that I'm pretty sure was wielded by Orochi, hence why it was in the Orochi Type 0 robot. And it's pretty obvious that the robot was made to only give that sword to someone who was able to defeat the robot, you know, in a sense, and the robot wasn't necessarily meant to last as long as it has. And obviously the little boy and his family were meant to make repairs to the robot, simply like if something would happen, like the Hashira that stole the or like took the arm off of it and stuff like that, like those like things like that should be repaired, right? So it can still be at full functionality. But in reality, I think he was always meant to be broken, and the person who broke it will find the sword, and then therefore that sword will become theirs from then on. And it's pretty fire. And of course, destiny, universe, and things like that come into play, and a descendant of Orochi is the one who ends up actually getting the sword to begin with, which is absolutely fire. And yeah, that's where we left off at, and I'm ready to see what episode 3 brings. With that being said, make sure to subscribe to my Patreon down below. You subscribing to my Patreon allows you to watch every single reaction completely unedited. You also subscribing allows me to produce better content for you guys. And let's get into the reaction. So you're picking up right where we left off. That hit was so clean, like I can't even really tell how he hit him. Like, was it vertical, horizontal? Like, what was it? That sword would definitely have to be repaired. This is exactly what I was just talking about. He's so humble, bro. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to be redone. Of course, bro. Who the heck is that? Episode 3, a sword from over 300 years ago. That's him? Yeah, but at least elaborate on what you're saying. Jeez. He's gone. Oh. I thought he was finna just be. Dang.
素直に言わないけれどね。この人、ケンシさんに嫌われて担当外れること多かったから。
What?
そうなんですか？
この錆びた刀は俺が預かる。鋼塚家に伝わる日輪刀剣魔術で見事磨き上げて神勢よ。
He is swole now. Jeez. What kind of training has he been doing?
それまではこの刀を使ってる。
Oh, that sword looks fire, bro.
研ぎ終わるのがあさってになるんだ。その研ぎ方、すごい過酷みたいで死んじゃった人もいるとか言ってて心配だよ。
He's talking to the rude man.
出てけお前。友達みたいな顔して喋ってんじゃねえよ。
え、俺たち友達じゃないの？
忘れたとは言わせねえ。
Oh yeah, that did happen.
あれは女の子を殴った玄也が全面的に悪いし仕方ないよ。あれ、歯が抜けてなかったっけ？前歯温泉で。
お前の見間違いだろ。
見間違いじゃないよ。歯取ってあるから。
なんで取ってんだよ。気持ち悪いやつだなてめえは。
Bro really has kept his teeth his whole time, his tooth. But like I was gonna say about the whole polishing thing, the fact that you can die from polishing a sword, what has to happen that you could die from polishing a sword? What kind of technique is needed to polish a sword that's that deadly, bro?
お風呂は一緒に入ったから、つ 次はご飯だと思うんだ。禰豆子が好きな甘露寺さんとお揃いの髪だぞ。
Why is everything in this show so cute, bro? Like it, I can't handle it. Who is this?
明日も早朝から作業だってのに。
Oh, the demons are here, huh?
さっき上がっていくときはこんなのなかったけどな。誰だこんなところに壺なんか置いて。
Hey, yo, is the head dude in there? It doesn't even look like he ate him. I knew it was him.
やはり山の中の刀鍛冶の肉など食えたものではないわ。
So, how did they find it though? They said it was like stupidly hidden.
玉子のおかげで里は見つかった。皆殺しにせねば
He's definitely finna smell y'all, bro.
肩に立てつく者ども。
Oh, there is a Hashira here, huh? There's like two Hashira here, huh? The girl and then him. Oh, we finna see him in action too. I don't know anybody's name.
兄貴、
Oh, this is brother's sword?
俺はやらないといけないんだ。
Well, I'm assuming.
金森っていうか。
That is so rude. You couldn't just shake me, bro.
僕、どうしたの？何？あ、いや、その前に今、俺の鼻つまんだ。つまんだ。金森さんは知ってるけど、どうしたの？多分、鋼塚さんと一緒にいるんじゃないかな。一緒に探そうか。君には君のやるべきことがあるんじゃないの？人のためにすることは結局、巡り巡って自分のためにもなって。俺も行こうと思ってたからちょうどいいんだよ。何？今なんて言ったの？
Why did that scare me?
その子、何かすごく変な生き物だな。変ですか？僕は前にもその子と会ってる？前もそうだったのかな？
Nope. Why are they doing puppy head tilts, bro?
誰か来てます？そうだね。
Oh, you messed up. You picked the wrong place to be, buddy.
鬼なのか？
He doesn't have a sword.
この鬼、間違いなく上限。
Oh, is that his? I thought that was Sandro's. Mist breathing.
死の方、遺留切り。仕留められなかった。
やめてくれ。
でなきゃ柱の攻撃を避けられない。火の神神楽。
Straight with the sun breathing.
強化突。
Oh my gosh, and Nezuko, bro, you messed up so bad, bro.
なんで反撃してこない？上限じゃないのか？
Nah, obviously he's opponent, so this like won't play out too easily. But
レツコ、その姿になるな。
okay, well, maybe he probably has something else, like the last one we fought.
上限は首を切ったからといって必ず死ぬとは限らない。
Yeah. Dang, so he could regrow. How though? Did he split into two?
もう一方には体ができた。
So the more, is it like the more you cut him, the more grow out of him? Nah, they look cold.
楽しいな。
わしはただひたすら腹立たしい。辛く、お前と混ざっていたことも。
はい、離れられてよかったな。
Nah, what kind of power this dude got?
なんだ、飛びそうだ。
This man got a shotgun? It can decapitate demons?
というか、日輪刀と同じ匂いがする。
Bro got a Nichiren shotgun.
損ねた。どんなに強い武器でもこの鬼は倒せない。切ったら切っただけ分裂する。若返ってる。強くなるんだ。首を切らせるのはわざとだ。つまり首は急所じゃない。4体に分裂。再生が早い。規則性はないか。どこが一番早く治る？
So the more you slice his head off, the more it grows into.
分裂して4体のはずじゃ。
So it did? Oh, it did. How does this work?
能力が4人とも違うんだ。
Bro already stabbed.
ネズコ助けろ。
Bro, what is going on?
あるのこれはなかなか喜ばしいぞ。
Joy.
枝に掴まれ。枝に。
Boy, ears ringing and all. He hit him with some kind of sonic siren attack, bro.
里の人たちも危ない。
How do you block that? They're there to take care of Tanjiro though, right?
助ける優先順位は低い。気配からしてあれは本体ではなく術で生み出されたもの。
But wouldn't the ones with greatest skill
今やるべきは上限の鬼を抹殺して里を守ること。
be able to protect themselves a little longer though?
人のためにすることは巡り巡って自分のために。
Hmm. Oh my gosh, this dude is so live, bro.
逃げる。
Run, bro. Don't make me say it twice. Respectfully, though. Oh my gosh. This anime is getting better and better. Like, it's probably one of the fewer new animes that is like that has the potential to reach big 3 status, bro. Like, I know I've heard people a lot saying you can't have a new big 3 because the big 3 was just Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. There'll never be a new big 3. Big 3 was an era, this, that, and third. But whatever. Anyway, whatever the replacement for a big 3 is going to be, like in the sense of, you know, every era has its like peak, right? And since this is like the new generation era of anime, there's going to be a peak and there's going to be a top for each anime. Obviously, One Piece is stood out. Boruto is getting better as we speak. Bleach is going crazy as well, and you know, and then you have all the newer, lower animes like My Hero Academia. That's been getting a lot of praise recently. Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, things like the newer animes. Chainsaw Man, bro. Like, there's a lot of competition right now to see what's going to be on the top, right? And I feel like Demon Slayer has so far cemented its spot in the top. Like, it's unquestionable in a sense. And Attack on Titan, of course. Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, I feel like, are the only 2 that have technically, out of the new anime, that have technically cemented their spot in being up. As like, once this era has passed and they're all finished and they're no longer continuing, and like they have their own spin-offs or whatever I guess you would call it, once the era of them being new ends, I feel like Demon Slayer is going to 100% have its spot still. Like, I don't think it can lose its spot. The writing on it is great. The production is amazing. Like, this probably has to be one of the most high quality production anime in a while, bro. Like, it's crazy how good the production of this anime is, constantly like just ramping up. I know a lot. I've seen people talk trash about how like they do too much with the effects and stuff. Like, not the effects, like actual effects, but like when the editing effects, like flickers and camera angles and things like that. Like, they do it too much after seeing it or something like that, and it's like, to me, I barely notice it, and it's not really a hindrance to me as much as people complain. I feel like people just want something to complain about when it comes to Demon Slayer, and since the anime is kind of like so perfect, it's like literally a 10 out of 10. They can't find anything wrong with the anime, so they jump out and lash out at the production of the show, right? And to me, that's just being a hater. Like, there's nothing wrong with the anime, so you nitpick on little things that's literally unnoticeable, like the flickers and camera angles and things like that. They're literally unnoticeable. So it's like, why the only reason why you would even be looking at that is so you can be trying to figure out something to point out, right? Like, I was watching this whole thing. I can't name a single flicker or sequences of flickers or camera angles or anything like that that was like disturbing to me. I was too invested into the story and the animation and the fight to even begin nitpicking that stuff. And it's, to me, I feel like somehow, some way, I'm gonna go on Twitter like a couple days from now and see people talking about something that was wrong with this episode or something. Like, it's gonna be something so stupid that it's like just gonna go right over my head because I'm not gonna care about it, bro. Like, anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, this anime is just getting better and better. I keep telling myself there's no way that Demon Slayer can get better than the previous season. Like, when Demon Slayer dropped, I was on the train all the way, like literally. When Demon Slayer dropped, I was like, when I even first heard about it, I started watching it, right? I was watching it off this sub, and I told my cousin about it, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it until dub comes out, because my cousin just likes to watch in dub or whatever. But I was on the hype all day. I was trying to get so many people to watch this anime, bro, and I'm so glad it's getting the recognition it deserves. So as a day one anime watcher of Demon Slayer, I am so happy that it's continuing its like level of hypeness and entertainment as it did when the first few episodes, because we all know there are lots of animes that can barely make it to season 3 and still keep its hype and production quality, and Demon Slayer is one of those that's been doing it flawlessly, in my opinion, right? So I'm very hyped for that, and very excited to see what happens with the rest of this season. Now, the demons that they are currently facing, upper 4 and upper 3, I believe it was. I don't really remember the head dude, but upper 4 for sure is an interesting demon. The fact that you can decapitate him and yet he grows, like his head grows a body and his body grows a head, so he splits into 2, and then decapitate those, and it continues, and then they all have different abilities. It's like, how do you win? And it may be to the point where, obviously I'm assuming that the dude with the red eyes, the upper 4 with the red eyes, that he was calling him Lord or whatever when he was still all compact together, he is he might be the one you have to decapitate. Well, that's not necessarily true, because he got decapitated already, right, by the rude dude, and they split again, so never mind, that theory's out the window. But I do believe this demon could be modeled after Legion. If you don't know, in the Bible there's this person named, they called him Legion in the Bible, and basically he was a man that was possessed by a legion of demons. A legion meaning literally thousands upon thousands of demons inside of one person, right? And Jesus came and saved him, and basically took all the demons out of him, put them in some pigs. The pigs fell off they were on like a cliff or whatever. The pigs killed themselves, and the demon, whatever. Anyway, so I do believe that this demon could be modeled, taken like out after that in a sense, right? And basically, like, there's so many demons inside of one body, and that's why when he separates, a new demon appears, because it's just multiple demons inside of one. That's what I believe is happening. Now, I doubt that it's based off of Legion, but it's still like a concept I picked up on when I saw that the 4 of them came out of one body, right? Like, basically. So yeah, it's very interesting to see the concept of how the upper rank demons no longer die from just getting their head cut off like we all thought they would, but instead there's like this new I don't even know what to call it, like this. There's like some new thing about them that allows them to survive getting their heads cut off, when that was originally supposed to be the way that a demon is supposed to be killed, right? And so far it's still been like that, but it's always been like a tricky twist to it to make them be able to survive getting their hair cut off, right? And now that there's 4 of these dudes, it's going to be, and possibly more, it's really interesting to see what's going to take to actually defeat the demon. It could possibly be that You have to take all of them out. That's where this whole Legion thing came about when I was talking about it just a few seconds ago. Was I was making a theory that you just keep cutting his head off, and then the more demons pour out, and then after a while, you know, you have to cut off all their heads, right? And like, it doesn't have to be in any specific order, I don't think, but you have to get every single one of them out, and then you can start actually killing them. And there might be a whole army of these dudes before it ends, you know. But yeah, those are my theories. That's all I gotta say about this episode, this season, Demon Slayer so far. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, it's me, boy Cloud Special Nobi. I'm out. Peace.